Hello and welcome to Junior Achievement's Virtual Speaker Series. Today our guest is Sandra Holmes, and Sandra is the co-founder and CEO of Luxe Home Staging and Design. Sandra, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Claire, for having me. I'm really excited to be here and be part of Junior Achievement.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. And if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself to the students.
Absolutely. Everyone, I'm Sandra Holmes, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Luxe Home Stage and Design. We are a multi-award-winning marketing firm that specializes in helping home sellers to get their homes sold the highest price in the fastest time frame by staging them for sale. We've been in business for about 16 years here in South Florida. In addition to that, I'm also the executive vice president of stagedhomes.com, which is a home staging training company, and also the International Association of Home Staging Professionals Worldwide, which is an association that helps further educate people who are interested in pursuing a home staging career.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work. So maybe you could just start. What does a normal day look like for you, Sandra? Do you have a normal day?
Actually, that's the best part about having your own business and creating your own life of what you want to do. But the normal day consists of the phone ringing off the hook. It's usually my alarm clock, of course. It consists of customer calls and meeting with clients and in their homes and building long-term relationships with them and what we can really do to help them. The goal is to help them to get their home sold. I say we want to help them move on to the next phase of their lives, whatever that may be. And for people who maybe sometimes they have to sell and they have to, maybe they need to downsize or they need to relocate for their job or they have a growing family. And so we help them to move on to that next phase with their homes. And then we also stage a lot of vacant properties, and we work with custom home builders or investors that are buying properties and rehabbing them and beautifying communities so they too can get the homes, looking great so they can get sold. What happens is when they're vacant, there's no life, there's no soul in them. And so by staging them, and by what that means for those of you that don't know, is that we bring in furniture, rugs, art, and accessories so we can create emotion for the buyers when they're looking online at homes, and they determine which ones that they want to see. And so when they are looking online and then they go to see the home, they fall in love with what they do see, and of course always want to make an offer. 90% of people can't imagine moving in, and so they move on. And the goal is that you want to get your home sold. And when you don't stage, all you're doing is helping to sell the competition down the street. So that is one of the biggest things that we do. And then in my day, also, we have a great team of 9 people. No great company or business can be a complete success without having the right people in place. I call them the A team, to help the company grow and to deliver the excellent customer service and things that we do for our clients on a daily basis. So it takes a team of people to be a success.
And I've seen your website, and oh my goodness, the designs are absolutely beautiful. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So with your team, I'm assuming it's not a 9-to-5 job. It's 7 days a week, probably.
Well, for us as owners of a company, I always say that there's always things to do to enhance your business. Our team does work usually, from 8 to 5. And then if there's something that's really pending, because it seems as realtors are always in a rush to get the homes on the market really quick. If we need to, they will work on the weekends, but normally it's during the week.
Okay. So how did you determine when you wanted to start your own business, and talk a little bit about why, if you wouldn't mind?
Absolutely. After leaving the corporate world and the wireless industry after a very long, successful period of time, I decided that with all the hours and skills that I was bringing to the company, that I really wanted to work for myself and make my own dreams come true. I decided back then that I wanted to buy and sell real estate. So, because I always loved houses, it always intrigued me on what's going on behind that closed door. Who lives there? What does it look like inside? And so I went and got my real estate license because I was actually going to buy and sell real estate. And for myself. And then I realized after taking that test that you're really not learning that much about it, and you must really be in it and do hands-on work to be successful if you want to do that on your own. So I did sell real estate for a couple of years, but when I was showing homes to clients, I would always say, oh, what can I say to them to let them know that there's things that they should do, like, make your beds, or keep your toilet seats down, or, roll up your windows, or put away all your clutter, without offending how people lived in their home, because I just wanted my buyers to fall in love and to help them get their homes sold. And I searched online. I was like, how can I do this in a nice way? How can I tell the customers? And I saw this thing called home staging. I'm like, what is that? I immediately looked it up. It was actually then stagedhomes.com, where I took my training. I signed up right away. And look at this, 16 years later, now I'm part owner of that staging training company. So I was implementing these skills that I was taught to help sellers. It was helping to get listings. It was helping them to get their reality of their dreams, to move on to the next phase of their lives, they get in their home sold. And so I thought, there's nobody here in South Florida that's doing this. And I think I'm going to make a big business out of this. So at first I did it just to help myself.
Right.
And I'm always into helping others. So I thought, I'm going to start a creative business, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to change the way that real estate is sold in South Florida. And I've been doing that for 16 years, and I'm not going to give up.
That's wonderful. So what advice for our students, they may be in middle school, entering high school, or some of our high school seniors who may be interested in getting into this career? And I know we know real estate. We know what a real estate agent does, but there's so many different careers involved with that, such as yourself. So what should they concentrate on now? Is there any classes or any thing that they could do that you would advise them to do now?
Right, absolutely. There's, well, first of all, we do have a staging training company, but there are other staging training companies out there that people can go to and attend, whether right now they're mostly webinars. We're not doing them in person yet. And it's a 3-day course if they're interested in running and operating a home staging business, or they can take a 2-day course where they can learn to maybe be an assistant for another staging training company. They could also start really maybe going to an art school, right, to get a degree, because, you kind of have to like design. Or if you're an HGTV fan and you love watching those shows and it excites you every single time, then you have it in you. Well, it's really about how do you take that and implement that into a business. So yes, the most successful home staging companies out there are the ones who understand the process of real estate, how we are helping their clients and themselves to be a success. I always say that we're helping to brand the realtors and what they bring to the market, for sure. And also, I just think that it's really great to learn at a young age, to always continuing education and study and be the best, whether it's in business or it's in sales, because you take all those things to run a home staging company. You have to have all aspects of it. When I first started, I think about, I was the buyer, I was the salesperson, I was the home stager, I was setting up warehouses, I was driving the trucks, I was loading furniture, I was the mover, I was the accountant, I was everything. And so, you have to learn all aspects of running a business, and then you have to also be very passionate about what you're doing. So if you have that love for design and real estate, home staging is an excellent career, to go into. As a matter of fact, I just spent the weekend at a 10X Growth Conference, which is was amazing, down in Miami. And I sat right next to another colleague of mine, and he started his home staging business while he was in high school at 16 years old. He went and did this company at night and on the weekends. Today, he has over 20 employees, and he just turned 20 years old. He has over all those employees and runs a huge staging company in Orlando. So he knew then that this is what he wanted to do and what he wanted to be a part of. So, he did whatever it takes, and he is a success story. And as a matter of fact, I had a relative that came to town yesterday. She came here to see me 2 years ago. She was 9. All she does is play with room planners online. And she is so excited. They came to visit me yesterday, and she just cannot wait till she's old enough that she can actually go and start doing this business.
Well, if that doesn't motivate our students, I don't know what does. So,
Right, exactly.
well, Sandra, this was wonderful information. I'm sure we have some budding home stagers who are going to go back and rethink what they're doing in high school for the next few years. So thank you so very much for spending time with us today.
You're very welcome, Claire. I really enjoyed it, and thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Thank you.